Hi, everyone. Okay, so this is a young lady called Rachel Zegler. You probably have seen her in what's that called? West Side Story. Maria, from West Side Story. And so when we talk about a person's destiny, there are many things. There's many variables to add to that. It's kind of like what we are never changes, as in DNA, but who we are never stops changing. So who we are will change. And when this all takes place, when all the changes take place, if you open your mouth and become cocky, then you're going to cop it. All right. So this young lady is, I think, 22. Yeah. And so she was doing some interview. One of my students actually brought it to class, so we did it in class. So she was doing some interview, and in the interview, she was like, it's not the same as the Snow White, blah, blah, blah. It's about empowering women, which kind of is the age 2 coming in already. It's here, that kind of thing. And the age 9's already here. So they're both those, the age 2 and the age 9, are female energies. Okay. So she's come off as sounding like she's anti-men. And the thing she turns up around and says is that Prince Charming, it's not even Prince though, he's not a prince this time around. He could also be cut from the film because it's just, the female, her, that sort of thing. So when you get cocky like that, there's probably nothing wrong with that. But when you do it in a month where you're in clash and the shit hits the fan, then yes, it is. So she's born in a snake year. She sits on a tiger there, so she's fire tiger. She's meant to be on a stage, not a problem. But August came along. So with her year of birth, with the day she's born, and then with August as the month at the moment, it's called a fire penalty. So the fire penalty is on her. And this is not going to end till Friday. The thing is, this movie is not coming out until March 22nd, I believe, next year. Now, when this movie comes out, she's actually in penalty, and the day it comes out is in clash. And it's in clash emotionally. So a lot of people are kicking up a stink like they did with Ariel, being dark, that kind of thing. So now Snow White is not white. It's still called Snow White, I guess, but she's not white. Anyway, so for her to actually do that, yeah, it's what you call word vomit. BMW, bitch, moan and whine, that kind of thing. So what happened? She didn't get an invite to the Oscars. So then she went on her social media, and the uproar from her social media, they still didn't invite her, but she was allowed to come and give out an award. So yeah, there you go. But, when you're invited to the Oscars, you get the bag, which is $137,000 worth of stuff, crap, whatever you want to call it. So she misses out on that. Anyway, so with the chart, her chart, the way that it actually is, she's in a luck pillar from 20 to 30. It's her resources, and it's what she says. So she really does need to be careful as well with that. And her reply in a different interview was, because, have you ever had this, or have you ever had this, or have you this? She turns around and says that she's never really liked Snow White, whatever, but someone posted a picture of her as a kid in a Snow White costume. So the way I see Snow White is the 7 dwarfs. She's looking for Prince Charming. She just wants to be loved and rescued. Oh, by the way, you're not allowed to say 7 dwarfs. Yeah, it's not politically correct. It's 7 people. So they're not dwarfs in the new thing anyway. But if I remember it right, it is about her stepmother was jealous of her because of her beauty. She gets the huntsman to go and kill her. He saves her. So there's all that man saves her, the huntsman saves her, and then Prince Charming comes and saves her. No, the dwarfs come and save her, and then Prince Charming comes and saves her. So to be anti-man, etc., and to say, oh, he could be cut from the film, I wonder how he feels about that. No, I didn't do his chat. But what really this is all about is it's when you've got to really always be humble and be very, very careful when you do say things, because it only took a month. Now, there are 2 CEOs in Disney. One is normal and the other is woke. And so I would say, because Disney's already down, their whatever statistic things is down, if I would put the other CEO in charge and let the woke guy go, because the way he's changing things or hiring the people to change things, I don't know how that's going. Well, obviously it's not, because everything's down, down, down. But you've got to be careful when you are in clash. And this is kind of like, everybody buys the calendar to know when their bad day is. She's having a bad month. Is she going to come out of it? Yeah, she'll come out of it, not a problem. But the problem then becomes the release date next year, unless that is changed. March 22, 2024. To all you Disney people out there, yeah, it's not a good day for her. So I would change it, yes. And just hold off with the word vomit, sweetheart. That's what I want to call it. Yeah, BMW, bitch, moan and whine. Anyway, so that's all I can say about it. But she's meant to be on a stage. This is Young Fire. So she's meant to be showing off what she's got forever and ever. That kind of thing. It's just a bad month. Anyway, so if you don't know what your bad and what your good are, then you actually need a reading. Yeah. All right. Good night.